slowing down the push of Na'Vi. You've still got the Necro units and the Chen creeps there. Tim's copying a fair chunk of damage. They want to go for a little bit more. As OD just waits it out. The imprisonment breaks free.
Well, they killed all the neutrals at least.
That is an upside. Unfortunately, it's a dragon.
Yeah.
And dragons are powerful. And they're taking the tier 1 tower in mid.
They have so much regen right now. If they come up too far, then you can just do a blink stun. And I don't know if they can turn on and kill him fast enough. Like, they can Maledict to drop the Death Ward, but if Na'Vi follows up with, like, a big ultimate, they have to fear Primal Roar. They have tons of attack speed right now between the Helm of the Dominator and the Beastmaster Aura. Like, and now they deny the tower as well. That's so tough there for TNC.
Yep.
Na'Vi is just using the strategies of their hero to abuse what they can, and TNC's on the back foot.
TNC can still claim the other towers pretty quickly. Like, it's not like they're very high. They're all below 1/3 life. So it's all about the defense. That's why Lil's here. Blink Dagger already on Armel, able to dodge.
Wrong
both the Bramble Maze as well as the Shadow Realm, which was the starting attack.
Yep. Just trying to interrupt the Blink Dagger so that he could actually commit to a kill. But OD gets out, and they may
jump
turn.
in. Blink Dagger forward, Puck's waiting for the movement, and Dendi only just arrived at this party, and Terrorize pushes the OD back the other way. Raven has the range, but he's also got the Cursed Crown on him. The Raw holds him in position, and Puck is, I believe, trapped in the trees. Samage cannot get out of here. Now he can with the ult forward. LeBron looking to be the one who's going to receive it, and Cuckoo, what a cast, what a Death Ward, right in the right place, at the right time. A lot of rights, and even the shards holding in Lil. He'll decide to try and turn, going into that Shadow Realm, got the Cursed Crown, the Tusker with the call down to TNC. Maybe bit off more than they can chew. When Dendi is here, the phase shift from Sam H able to dodge a lot of the damage, but when you just have Raven turn around for the Sunder, Na'Vi just doesn't have the life anymore or the power to battle against Raven. They're doing as much as they can. The Cursed Crown will stun up Raven, but it's time for Dendi to get back to the tower. But the Dragon Tail Armel under the tower is too much, and the damage, no, the defensive imprisonment. Lil is trying to get that Shadow Realm damage in, and now OD can't get out of it. He's, oh wait, there's a small path away from the Breathe Fire. 4-star from Blink, Armel is away.
Great escape there by Armel. That looked very dangerous. Ultimately, he ended up killing the neutral instead of going for the Dendi Dragonite kill, maybe fearing the instant stun, but ultimately TNC gets a great chase. Na'Vi got some good advantage back, though. The Bramble Maze that TNC was forced to run through caused so many issues when they're actually successful, but initial jump was good. Puck throws the silence down, he phase shifts the Terrorize, gets the ulti off, which guarantees that Dendi is still in a dangerous position, but they're not able to break the Dream Coil.
Yeah, Sam H just couldn't add any more pressure once he put himself in the trees, and the chase kept going. Great hold up from Cuckoo. Bought the time for Tims to connect with the snowball.
And everything looked really good for TNC here, but
how do you still get through the maze?
Very dangerous here. Long stun, and Gyro finally showing up for the fight.
Yep.
Then the Sunder was big too. Lowers the HP of the Gyrocopter. They finally get to chase, had to run through Bramble Maze. A very long fight, but ultimately, I think TNC is going to be okay with this one.
Well, TNC are coming for a kill. They're going to find Dark Willow as the smoke will break. Pings come through, Lil into the Shadow Realm, and that's all they had to say about that.
I love the Blink Rush. I think this is what you have to do when you play Dark Willow, because if you do find a disable, you need to be able to instantly get on top of them and activate Bedlam. Whereas if you go things, I think the Urn build's alright, but if you buy Yules first, then yes, it gives you some survivability, you can remove silences, but it's harder for you to snowball off of killing more farm tiers, and Lil's got it already. He can definitely make this happen. He's got 4 kills now. Definitely playing well.
Yeah, so much money into him. Still waiting for the Beastmaster to get more. We actually had General not finish the Necro book. He went for Blink too. So Na'Vi trying to be as quick as they can. There's 3 blinks. Dendi was the other player to pick it up.
I like the build. I like the build General's doing. It's going to be very easy for him to find somebody out of position and possibly just kill him right away.
They're going in for Roshan. The schedule of Tim scattered it out. They're going for a long flank. Cuckoo and Tims will come from behind. Puck coming from direct ahead, actually aggroing up the Ancients. Not quite certainly meant to do that, but the Orb lets him know. Roshan's at 50%. The Necrobooks and Centaur are the ones tanking up right now for Roshan.
Armel is not going to be there in time. Doesn't have Blink, doesn't have Force. He'll be there in a second, though. Maybe.
General, he's in the trees. There goes the Bramble Mace. The instant roar on the punt. He never got the drink call. Love the perfect control. General hit it right from the noggin. Same thing for Tusker. Getting stunned up. He'll go into the snowball and inside the pit. Crystallize actually snatches the Aegis more than that after Armel jumped in. He got the last hit onto Roshan, but they're on the run. The Terrorize. They're forced away. The Breathe Fire plus the Axes. It's enough range magical damage. Raven can potentially fight underneath the shrine. He's got at least an escape mechanism through the Sunder.
Really good fight there by Na'Vi. Completely won by General, basically. The Hawk on the high ground, I don't even think they had a ward, but the Hawk providing vision, and he just puts the Roar down. He was about to catch Puck before he blinked, but it was the worst case for Sam H there, in that the Roar just followed him. And that only happens when Puck is in range the entire time, which is kind of crazy. He was in range of Roar, Blink's still in range of Roar. The Roar went down too fast for him to cast spells. Huge play.
A lot of harassment up on top. But there was nothing really to come from it. Let's have a look at that moment once again. So inside the pit, Sam H doesn't see General until it's too late. Yeah, you just see the neck snap of General for the Raw.
And instantly they follow up the stun, guarantee the Puck kill, and now it's very hard to teamfight for TNC. He does buy back on Puck to get back into this engagement. At least they did steal the Roche gold at least.
Yeah.
But Aegis burned here. They're going to lose the OD on the back. And they're kind of lucky that Terrorblade didn't go down as well. One stun and he would have been caught.
Well, General's ready to fight once more. Blink Dagger and Roar is up. Crystallize now having the time of his life on bottom lane. And Na'Vi, they smoke well out of range of any dive vision. I think they're hoping for something around the Trinity camp of Dire. Tusker's going to get his TP out at the perfect time. Crystallize will give a global homing missile just for a bit of fun.
I like that, actually. Just know where your opponents are. They now know Tusk probably TP back to base, etc. Looking for some grabs, though. Dragon Knight's got his halberd finished, so the Lincolns won't be a problem. And very, very good item against both OD.
Are they like, is he close enough? Is he close enough? Okay, you just walked so close to the tower, you smoke broke. All right, they know.
Good save to himself there. Interesting, he went mech on Tusk this game. No initiation, just trying to keep allies alive.
Well, that bottom tier 2 tower will not stay alive. TNC can get revenge as Armel brings down the mid tier 1 tower. Top tower is under attack for Na'Vi as well. Support's rotated over as 3 heroes from Na'Vi on the run. They got a small little mud golem who is not part of the smoke, but the blink in Raw right on top of Cuckoo and the Terrorize. Terrorblade, you wouldn't think he's the man that gets caught out by such a thing, but he can sunder onto LeBron, and LeBron, he's looking to steal. He only got Reflection, but it's still going to be enough.
A big save by Dendy as well. Uses the halberd on the OD or on the Terrorblade, and that prevents LeBron from going down at least. The Sunder, the meta, great initiation there by Na'Vi, and Dark Will is working out, man.
It is.
The long-range Terrorize jumps in, drops the Bedlam, and all of a sudden, it's just a very different hero once you get Blink. There's the threat of Terrorize, and you can always follow up on it as well with damage.
Yep. Again, yeah, follow up with the push too. And those Necrobooks stay alive. Having the double creeps of the Beastmaster, always pushing. Now they claim a tier 2 tower after claiming such big hero kills. Sam H is hiding in the tree. I'm not quite certain exactly what he wants to achieve here.
Just wait till his allies show up maybe, and then potentially get a kill. Or he can wait till the next creep wave comes, nuke that one, and then TP home. That way at least it makes it harder for Na'Vi to actually go for the tier 2 top, which kind of seems like that's the way they're heading anyways. So definitely creep cutting is the move right here.
Good observers and sentries down by TNCs. They know that Na'Vi is basically taking control of the Dire jungle.
Ooh, Dark Willow trying to catch Sam here, but it's going to be hard. He's going to just face it.
Yeah, with the Curse Crown. Bramble Maze, it's just off position, and he's in the middle of it. The silence is out. The jump over begins the TP. No Yule Scepter and the damage. Yeah, Lil was not going to get that in time. Did
not have Terrorize just yet. Either way, good catch there. Almost killing the Puck. Only 3 points in phase shift, so he almost got killed. And in the meantime, the rest of TNC is just farming creep waves. They've got Halberd, Hurricane Pike, excuse me, on OD finished at least, so he can better defend himself, but they still need a BKB really badly on a hero like OD. Yep. Between the Halberd and the stuns, it's so easy for him to jump into a fight and just be kited or chain stunned.
But he needs more time for this, and he's running out of map to farm it. So TNC have to use Raven to force in the bottom lane, so Armel can farm up the camps. They're still, like, both of them are still the top net worths, but it's the critical items they need to fight against what Na'Vi already has. Navi's items seem to be a lot cheaper. Their abilities seem to be a lot lower cooldown.
Yeah.
They can just keep fighting at a more efficient rate.
It's definitely one of the downsides of having the OD, I think. I feel like a lot of times he falls in this playstyle. I don't think RML's playing bad. His net worth is really good, but he certainly feels like he needs these mobility items, and on top of that, he also needs BKB.
Run, Tims. Run. Okay. Die, Tims. Die. You can snowball, try and protect yourself. Look, Lil's just like, okay, I'll get the range creep with this. More valuable than the Tusker at this point.
Definitely one of the negatives of the mech build is that you cannot escape as easily. He has a blink, maybe he gets out there, but...
Actually, just Na'Vi go high ground. Like, they got double catapults now. General stole one. Okay, no, they're TPing over towards their shrines. I think they want to have a crack at the OD. He just used imprisonment aggressively.
They see where he went. They put a ward on the high ground.
But this is when those dire observer wards are really going to pay off too. And Beastmaster just came in range of one.
Yeah, they kind of walked a little too far forward there. He might have missed microed because he walked his hero on the low ground. I think he was trying to move the Hawk over, but might have selected the wrong thing. Because you can't just walk up the cliff. It's very likely your opponent sees you coming in.
Yep.
Gank is broken. In some ways, maybe Na'Vi should have pressured a little bit more there. But
second they could. Like, they had Dragon Form. They had the Necro books up and running. They're not level 3 just yet. Beastmaster's actually holding his cash, but he can definitely buy the level 3 book. In fact, it's now coming out in the courier.
But it's very scary to go high ground, especially on a Tusk, who can ice shard off the exit in a lot of ways. Against a Witch Doctor, where the cask is bouncing while you're going high ground. Against
so
Puck,
it's get pick, then go.
And even buybacks, that kind of thing as well. Like, it's already hard enough for Na'Vi to win team fights here. They have to also deal with buybacks and people showing back up with TPs. It's going to be hard, especially in this like very stunned, ultimate focused sort of lineup that Na'Vi's running. They do have level 2 Bedlam now. This does like over twice as much damage as the first one. So if somebody does get caught and Lil's in the area, that's going to be a dead hero.
I am so looking forward to seeing more of this Dark Willow play from Lil.
I think Beastmaster's Boar is actually just killing entire creep waves by himself. Does 80 damage right now. Attack's kind of slow, but...
Well, it's the balance, right? Like, it takes 1 minute now to spawn this type of stuff, unlike the old Call of the Wild.
And he also went for the Boar damage perk, because he knows pushing lanes is super important.
Over just having, like, the +7 armor. It's not like he's the frontline tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's useful against TB for sure, but the rest of the heroes, it's okay. I like the Boar damage in this case. So they know that they have great ganking, much better ganking than TNC, so pushing lanes is going to give them those opportunities.
Dandy's almost finished the BKB. In fact, it's going to come out in the courier once the courier returns home. You went Glimmer Cape on the Rubik, so it was save items for LeBron, not getting that 4th Blink Dagger yet.
I think it's the first time I've seen Brown Boots Glimmer on a Rubik before. Normally they go...
Arcane.
Arcane or Tranquils is very common, but it's fine though. I mean, as long as he's got Arcane Boot or Clarity Potions, he's got more than enough mana. He just needs to be there to save his course, because TNC, again, doesn't have the best gank. If it's just like Maledict plus damage, Glimmer shuts that whole thing down. It's just done. The gank ends.
Wondering if Tims can get rid of this Radiant Observer Ward to look around Roshan. If they got the perfect sentry, someone just needs to walk up the hill.
And I don't think they're going to do that anytime soon, because that's definitely the place that Na'Vi wants to control, because that's basically where the Radiant team wants to stand to set up for actually going for Roche. So.
Yeah, but that's why I'm just like, can you get rid of that defensive vision? There's 2 minutes and a bit till Roshan. Next items are arriving just to help TNC in that fight.
That's a pretty fast Ags too. Very, very good this game. And there's already how many BKBs? 2 BKBs on the Radiant side.
Actually, just love how close this game has been. Like, the gold graph hasn't really swung above 2K. Same for the experience, even though it is starting to get a little bit closer towards Na'Vi. Both these teams just staying really, really close to each other. I think the only primary difference you have is the fact that out of the top 5 net worths, the top 2 belong to TNC. So there's a lot of pressure on the OD and the Terrorblade. But it's good for the OD, as you said. Like, he needs to be up top. He needs to be there.
I think Na'Vi's relatively happy with where they're at, just because of the Beastmaster can so easily kill supports. Or he can almost kill the strong cores on the enemy team if he catches them with a roar. So I feel like that's a big late game advantage, especially the vision of having a Hawk, things like that.
Yep. Do you like the evasion style build? Gyrocopter coming in for the butterfly before any other like after the BKB? Yeah,
it's not that uncommon, just because a BKB makes you magic immune, butterfly will make you not physical immune, but much better against physical. Not to mention the movement speed. They're going to maybe catch him here, though.
Well, General sitting behind may give TNC pause for concern. LeBron's not too far out either, so there's your jump in. And, they force him and snap. instantly the Dream Call. No way to protect yourself from that. Once the Aghanims was up, he didn't even get his BKB off in time. So LeBron on the run, he can shard block the way, but when you got double blinks available, they banish him up. The Bramble Maze is to the north, but LeBron will never reach it. Glimmered. Wait, they have detection, right? Okay.
Dude, I think that was a Beastmaster Force staff on the gyro.
I think so too.
Because I was checking around, I clicked on the hour worth of hour. He wasn't on cooldown for a Hurricane Puck. I may be wrong, but I feel like he was trying to save his gyro, and he kind of guaranteed it. I mean, he was probably dead anyways. Maybe he pops BKB there. Either way, he's going to break the Axe Tether.
They wouldn't have known it was an Axe Tether. Like, they probably thought you just BKB and just push, and then that's it.
Possibly, yeah.
And here comes TNC now. They got a huge opening. No buybacks for all three of the Na'Vi cores. A double catapult wave, and in they jump. Sam H with the fantastic silence, but there's a Yule Scepter for Dark Willow. So she gets back in. She may have to terrorize them all back out of here. But for now, TNC stand their ground, and yep, there it is. Everybody run away in fear.
It's not bad that time, though. Everybody's alive in about 10 seconds, so it loses their ability to kill the tier 3 tower. It's a good terrorize in that moment.
It does make it more difficult to stop TNC if they want to go for Roshan, and Roshan will be up. He's already hit the maximum 3-minute spawn time. So TNC will be aware of this, and Na'Vi may try and come and contest it. Hence TNC, they turn around. They stand on the higher ground and they wait for Na'Vi to arrive. The Observer Ward's there, but now they got scouted out by the Hawk. So trap is set, but it's up to Na'Vi if they want to walk into it. With a 5-man smoke, they may do it. That's an illusion in the mid. There's the real one, breaking the smoke. LeBron, he's underneath an Observer and Sentry Ward. They see him perfectly clearly. The Walrus punches the back lines. Crystalline finally gets the BKB off with the Flak Hands. The damage is good. They've locked down the puck. Na'Vi with that Blink Roar as well as Blink Dragon Tail stun, but they need more. The Tuskar will hit the deck. Lil will take care of him, while Dendy, he's focusing on the bigger fish. Okay, now they're finally taking care of Tim's. So back to bigger fish. Terrorblade, the magic missile, or homing missile, able to connect onto him. Defensive imprisonment. Lil cannot get the damage out, and Raven sunders on General, but still caught inside the Bramble Maze. No easy way out. Another homing missile runs forward. Can they attack it and get rid of it before it connects? They cannot, but it doesn't matter when he Manta dodges it. Right. TNC is on the retreat, but they didn't get Roshan. And they didn't really get the fight they were looking for either. Yeah,
they were really hoping to just catch Na'Vi unawares there, but it did not go like that. I mean, either way, they didn't have Metamorphosis. Terrorblade got initiated on, the puck got caught. That was the big moment here. And if Na'Vi can kill this, it'd be big, but
they need to get rid of that Hawk. The Bramble Maze makes it so difficult for TNC to get in without blinking forward. And that's exactly what the OD does. Looks for the target. He's got the Cursed Crown on him. Everyone from TNC, stay clear.
Just Na'Vi doesn't kill Roche very fast here. I don't think they have a medallion yet, so...
No, they put everything else for the Beastmaster into creating the army.
Yeah, would have had to be Beast. Maybe Dark Willow. Is really not a Dark Willow item though. So
they've also got the problem of bottom lane. They're still pushing in with 4 range creeps and 2 siege creeps.
That helps. I think the tower can defend that no problem. Maybe send back a Helm the Dominator creep from Beastmaster.
Nah, Crystallize wants the cash.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Turn on the flat can and get the money. He's still trying to build into the Satanic, so he's got more survivability in these fights.
He needs a Sunder of his own, basically.
Yep.
Either way, he could have TB'd back to Shrine, so that makes sense that it's okay to go back. But level 20 now for the Beastmaster. He's gone Wild Axe's damage. It's always a fun perk. But TNC is relatively happy with their position, because I do think that they have the much better late game carries between Terrorblade and OD. Yep. Not that Dragonite did not look amazing earlier today. And Gyro's not nothing to slouch at, but he certainly gets out-carried by the likes of TB.
Yep. Until you can finally, like, just be above him with huge amounts of damage. And maybe that's what Gyrocopter's thinking of. It's like, it's the old Rapier build, right? Like you get BKB, Butterfly, Satanic, and then you can get the Rapier directly. Because you should be able to survive no matter what.
I mean, with the puck eggs, it's dangerous, dude. If you ever catch him in a place where he does not want to stand, it's a bad time.
It also feels weird now that you got like Nullifier as an option. General, they're ready to jump. Tim's goes for the shard, short range. And really General already sees it and defensively blinks away. He still had the 4-staff in case things went wrong.
Probably needed to go for like a blink wall response.
This is nice from Cuckoo. Up around the back. The Observer from Radiant has already cleaned out the vision of TNC, so they don't have that to work with. Not to mention, there's not many trees left.
And there's definitely some potential for a gem changing this game right now. But either way, the Hawk is still going to be a huge headache for TNC. What a close game, 1K.
Yeah.
OD working on Lincoln Sphere. Terrorblade just finished his Lincolns, and in fact, he's actually got enough for a Scotty right now.
I like how when the graph swings, it instantly just like snaps back. Like the experience graph, I think, is like the better one to show that one for. It's just straight down, straight back up again.
The reflection talent grabbed on terribly, no big surprise, but there's a lot of really good things this game to steal. You'll get Beastmaster aura, you'll get his Helm of the Dominator aura, you're going to get potential AC that Dragonite makes, you're going to get Rubik aura. There's so many good auras that are going to amplify their damage.
I kind of hope we get to see that battle we just had before, Hawk versus Sigil. And just who can survive longest, like Metapod versus Metapod.
How do they can't kill each other, so is it like who does the better spin dance?
I think it's who lasts longer. The cooldown time on Hawk versus Sigil is just the wait out game, right?
I have no idea who wins.
Until someone converts into a Butterfree, you're just not going to win.
Okay. Come on, surely the Hawk is a flying and normal type Pokemon. And the Sigil is clearly an ice type and flying type Pokemon. They have flying in common, I guess.
Who still wins that?
I don't know. Definitely the ice.
Pokemon.
Ice beats flying, everybody knows that. So
yeah, we got it back again.
That's factual Pokemon.
This is the biggest duel right now. Come on, Observer. This is what we're looking at right now. It's Sigil versus Hawk. Oh, the Sigil just died. Hawk wins.
Okay. Tusk going for, oh, I love this build. He's going to Axe this game. It's so cool. He wants to kick people out of the Dream Coil for a guaranteed 4.5 second stun, regardless if you kick. I don't know if you can Walrus kick through Magic Immunity. I feel like you can't. But if he times it correctly, let's say, I don't know, Blink Punch for a second, and then gets the kick off.
If I hit the ult thing for Walrus Punch, it says works fully on spell immune units.
That's because that's Walrus Punch. It's a different key.
Yeah,
it's a different.
It's right here. It's the kick, right?
Yep.
But shouldn't it be transferred over?
No. Very different. One's like a nuke, technically, even though it's a different. You would think, okay, he's using his foot instead of his hand. Surely it's similar. No.
Yeah.
It's a little different. So it's high damage.
So what is more powerful, the foot or the fist?
I think the fist is better for sure. And kicking somebody the distance that you can kick them is very often a bad thing. I've certainly thrown some games a little with Walrus. Because I'm like, oh, I'll just do some damage. But it kicks you like more than a Blink Dagger range or something. It's crazy, dude. So like, yes, this is going to be cool, but it could also get real clowny and bad. But this is Tim's, man. This guy is like Earth Spirit extraordinaire. So this is just like another level of
You're looking for the Blink forward to turn him around and then kick him back into the Dire territory. That's what you're thinking.
And then snowball after them as they're flying. That way you can catch back up. Like if you do this perfectly, this Tusk Axe thing is real strong. And he's already got the prerequisite items. He's got an Urn. He's got a Guardian Greaves. It's not like he's all in on this. This is like, he's into luxury territory at 38 minutes on support Tusk. Like, that's so cool.
TNC's watching again. The Roshan pit. There's a lot of friends around from Na'Vi, but that push on bottom lane, it's the Hellbear of Beastmaster that's just continuing this pressure.
That's a good one, man.
Satanic just got finished up on the Gyrocopter, who's going to come back to defend this, and it looks like all of TNC are actually coming back to defend this.
I mean, it's basically just a game of who can find the other team in a good initiation, and that leads into X Roche thing. So it's scary. But I would say Na'Vi definitely has a bit more advantage due to having the very strong tier 2 tower on the top lane. But either way, it's still shrines, right?
Yeah.
There's not many wards on the map, just the one in front of Roche. So I guess teams look pretty equal. It just really comes down to the initiation. Oh, there's a gem on Dark Willow, though. They're going to be able to de-ward everything. Yeah,
and Na'Vi's doing the full flank around. They left their own Observer ward next to the shrine, so if this fight does happen around Roshan, they'll know. At the same time, that illusion in mid lane is attacking the tier 3 tower.
Oh, geez.
And it's actually gone. It's 22-9-0. Na'Vi did not want to go back to defend that. If you want a better indicator to TNC that Na'Vi is looking to fight, this is it. The Raw out from General. Necro books are already been done, but the defensive imprisonment. Bramble Mace is in a good position. Harp attempts to get out until he snowballs, and he's going towards the Necro unit. Stunned up, but still surviving. Almost 1900 HP on Tim's. And he has the Grease. Narmel, oh, that's a big grab. That's a huge grab. Lil needs to give some defense or something. Crystallize. Sam H, very slow to get there, so there was no follow-up Dream Call, which is what I was expecting.
Would have been huge there.
Yeah, it never came.
I mean, it's great banish to save the Tusk there from danger, but still a little scary for TNC to initiate, but they'll start on the Roche pit. Yeah. And they don't have to use Metamorphosis for this. It'll definitely accelerate things, but...
Sigil's gone. They don't have that control. There goes the Bramble, down once more. Puck getting caught in it. They don't want to really be in Roshan either.
I think they want to kill these Brambles ahead of time. Like, they do not want to mess around with this.
Yep. Hard to happen. The illusion is standing at the gates, at the choke point.
Really
the
waiting
boar
for
and
the
the
ram.
hawk, here we go again.
Oh, he's got an arcane rune. Does he just pop Metamorphosis now? He goes for it.
Yeah, he does. He's going after it.
It's half up time. This is a pretty decent time for him to commit it.
LeBron's trying to get closer. I don't know if he can wrap around the back here. Shards
It's going to be General
keeping
that goes
Na'Vi
in.
out. Roshan's down to 4.2k. There's your jump in. The dream call of the Chris Lice in general, but the call down is fantastic. And not to mention the fear. It was huge. They're all running away, TNC, when they wanted to engage. Isolating Tims on the wrong side of the river. This is exactly what we said TNC didn't want to have happen. But they may still come in to fight. Raven is there. Buyback is out from Tusker. They're going to get into the engagement. BKB of OD. They found LeBron stuck in the tree line. Stuck onto Terrorblade. He wants to keep fighting. 4-star forward. Trying to break free. Able to do so. The BKB starting to wear off, but the Raw out from the Beastmaster. Looking to get that die back onto Tims. It won't happen. Roshan still alive, 4.2k. Denny's got a little bit more of the Dragon Form left. The Sharp Block is great, but the Bramble Maze really causes a clusterfuck in front of Roshan. They want to have another crack. The orb from Sam H. They won't go forward. In fact, he'll have a homing missile on his tail in just a second. Roshan still licking his wounds as TNC re-enter the pit. 37 seconds until you have that Metamorphosis back off cooldown. And Na'Vi, do you feel like you can stop this Dragon phase, Dragon Form? Still up for only a couple more seconds.
Got
The
BKB
Rebel
soon.
Mage is down against Sam H. He was able to get the Dream Call off, but it only affected over on Lil. The call down is great as they all just sip their TNC in front of Roshan.
It's
He's at 900 HP. They're running in, but then again, General dies in front of the pit. Buyback, yeah, you bet. He's coming back into this engagement. Lil is on the run, hiding inside the Shadow Realm, but he can't get out of this one. The stuns are too much. Actually, the rest of the team, they've turned back over to Roshan. They can't move too far away from the pit. This is still the crutch of this situation. Roshan at 950 HP, even stunning the Terrorblade. General, the Bramble Mage is back inside again. He's looking for the Raw. The Axe is flying in. Denny's inside the pit. Roshan killed by the Radiant. Snatched out by Raven. He got the Aegis Immortal's Cuckoo's position for the Death Ward. It's forcing Denny to run away. The orb damage is way too much. They're chasing down Crystallize. Armel with 40 points of stolen intelligence. He wants to kill him. Crystallize, the shards don't block him. So Crystallize will get some distance. The Raven, he's still got half of this duration Metamorphosis with the double catapults. The mid-Rax was practically already dead. It went on that long. The creep wave of TNC was just too strong. But up on the north, Na'Vi looking for a rebuttal, pushing in the top lane with General, trying to force some retreat, but it ain't stopping TNC. They're all down the bottom. The fortification is slowing down TNC. Denny wants to fight. There's a fresh Dragon Form, but there are so many Ravens on the field. The Lincoln Sphere, it actually got broken, but no stun from Dendy. He stands the ground, but where are the friends? He has no friends. Down for 80 seconds. TNC, they're going to claim their second lane of Rax. General is still trying to walk back to be involved in this engagement. His Roar is back off cooldown. He can lend this to the party as he blinks away from the engagement of TNC. If they had him, they'd be very happy. But Chris Lice's flat cannon is giving them pause for thought. 7 seconds till his BKB's back off cooldown. OD still trying to engage. Keep this intel up. He's at 32 points of it. Raven doesn't have Metamorphosis, but he has Aegis and Sunder, so he'll swap with the copy of the Rubik of all things to give him his life back. Ready to fight once more. Attacking the tier 4 towers. The Dream Coil is perfect. General and Chris Lice locked in. The Terrorize forcing TNC once again to run away. The Death Ward, Chris Lice happy to tank it because he's stealing the life back with a Satanic, but now that's burnt out too. Raven has to move back as well, down to 800 HP. Maybe he doesn't actually. He's got Aegis Immortal. He can just keep fighting. The flag cannon's too far away. It's just trying to kill off the creep wave for the moment. And there's a jump back in from Sam H. But it's LeBron who's in trouble. OG has caught him. This could be it for Na'Vi. Too many dead. Not enough left to fight or hold the flag for Na'Vi. The tier 4 tower, the final remaining one, taken by TNC. They will go for the Radiant Ancient. Crystallize just comes back in again. He has the Satanic. The flag cannon damage is good. And now Lil doing some serious work, trying to get close to do some damage, and he got it. He has got a 3-man stun with the Cursed Crowd, but even with that, it's not enough. Then he will BKB, but the flipping on Crystallize. Tims is so low. Crystallize needs to do some damage, but he can't do it. He cannot actually regen, so a buyback, that'll work with the call down, hitting practically everything of TNC. Puck getting caught inside the Bramble Maze. He gets pushed away, defensively imprisoned. Dark Willow wants the kill. She needs to escape, but can't do it. Stunned for too long by Sam H's Dream Coil. They go even deeper. You get one kill in return, but at what cost for Na'Vi? They've lost practically everything. Dendy, you may as well buy back. It says you got it, but you've lost your throne. It's GG, well played. TN